Hi friends, it's Suzanne here from sunstampin.com, a Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today's card, I'm featuring the Watercolor Christmas stamp set, as well as later on the Cheers to the Year stamp set. So I have treated my Whisper White thin cardstock piece here with my embossing buddy. And then I've inked up this most beautiful font, Merriest Christmas Wishes, with Versamark ink. Versamark is a sticky ink, and it's allowing me to sprinkle on my white embossing powder and then heating it with my heat tool. I prefer, as a personal preference, to heat from behind. Now, here comes the Cheers to the Years stamp set. I wanted some snowflakes and little ones. So this stamp set has a couple of them. I chose the bigger of the snowflakes and then a few little stars. And again, I've skipped this because it's white on white. So I'm just going right in to my most favorite technique, which is sponging or inking or whatever we want to call it. And it honestly doesn't matter what kind of tool that you're using. It's I haven't cut any of this out, so you can tell like this is a new sponge with my Wisteria Wonder here. So it takes a while for that ink to get on the paper. You just have to be patient. And that sponge, like I said, wasn't seasoned, but I keep all my little sponges separated, and I am able to sort of reuse them, of course, and I keep the same ink in them. So they become seasoned over time. And that is a wonderful thing because it makes the inking process so much easier. And it just takes time. Okay, the second color I used was Berry Burst, and the third color I used was Rich Razzleberry. And what I did notice is that Berry Burst is a wonderfully staining ink, and it actually stains my white embossing, but that's okay. So I go from mixing, I went from lightest to darkest, and then I sort of pulled my way back as well. So I'm blending in the colors, the ink. I want the whole thing to be covered in ink, but I want those colors to be beautifully blended. All right, so that was super sped up, by the way. I am dipping a very tiny paintbrush into some water and flicking it on my cardstock. Now I'm going to take some paper towel and just holding it down there for a second. And when I lift it up, there will be some little spots. It basically kind of like bleach spots. And I just wanted a little bit more interest, make it a little bit more ethereal. And it's also another one of my favorite techniques. Okay, so now I have a thick Whisper White card base, and I am coating the back with Fast Fuse. And then I went to put it on the card and realized I hadn't cut it down, so I had to cut it down, and I cut that part out just because it was a little difficult when you have Fast Fuse and you have to cut down a piece of paper. Anyway, I cut it down to the right size, and now I'm just adding a little bit of Wink of Stella, some flecks there. That's a new Wink of Stella, so I just squirted some on an acrylic block and painted it to where I wanted it to go. And some of those bleach spots, if you will, that allowed me to place a little bit of the Wink of Stella right in the center. So that's my card for today. I will see you in another video here coming up. Thanks so much for joining me.
Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Click on the maple leaf to visit my website, or click on me to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.